Hi, myself Rajarashmi S. from Vidyarashma State College, Sound. Now I am taking Financial Accounting 5 under that fourth chapter, that is Valuation of Shares. Valuation of shares. We already studied the theoretical aspect of the valuation of shares. Now we can see the problem relating to the valuation of shares. So here, see here, balance sheet is given, then adjustment is given like this. Plant and buildings valued at rupees 60,000 and 1,70,000. If any adjustment is given in the any adjustment is given, that means this is the market value of the asset. If anything value of the asset is given in the adjustment, implies that it is the market value of the shares. Asset. So here plant is valued at 60,000, then building at 1,70,000. Then it is also given out of debtors rupees 2,500 are taken as bad. Taken as bad means it is the bad debts. So see the balance sheet. Here debtors is 47,500. Out of that 2,500 is the bad debts. Then next one, the profit for the 3 years is given. 3 years is given. That means we can value the shares under yield method. See here, if the asset value, market value of the asset is given, that implies that we have to use the which method? Net asset method. And if the profit is given, then we can apply the yield method. So see in this problem, both is given. Next, company transfers 20% of profit to reserve. So 20% is transferred to reserve. Then NRR means normal rate of return, that is 12%, and sales tax liabilities. Remember, sales tax liability is nothing but outsiders liabilities. It is outsiders liability is 1,000. So this is the problem. Then they given calculate the value of shares under net asset method and yield method. ಸೊ ಅವರು ಇದನ್ನು ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಮಗೆ ಇಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಇಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ? ಅಸೆಟ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ, ಅಸೆಟ್ನ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ನೆಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ, ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ 3 ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು NRR ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ, ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇದು ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಈಲ್ಡ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಖಾಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗಿ, ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ದ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ನೆಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ yield method. If it is not given, then we have to calculate we have to know which method we have to adopt. So if the asset value is given, market value of asset given, then solve the problem through using the net asset method. If the profit is and normal rate of return is given in the problem, then we have to adopt the yield method. So here it is given, we have to follow the net asset method as well as yield method. So we can see how to calculate the value of shares under net asset method. So already I told with you last class how to calculate the net value of the asset. So first we have to take market value of assets. Market value of assets. See here it is given plant market value is 60,000. Then buildings 70,000. Then see the balance sheet here. Then other is in book value. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಬಾಕಿ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಅನ್ನು we have to assume that other assets are in book value. So they itself is the market value. For example, if the cash is 29,250 means its market value is also same. Cash ಇಷ್ಟು ಉಂಟು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬುಕ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬೇರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬೇರೆ ಅಂತ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಕೆಲವು ಅಸೆಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಉಳಿದ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು we have to take into consideration only the book value of the asset. So here building is over, plant is over. Next one is debtors. So it is given 47,500, but in the adjustment it is clearly given 2,500 are bad. that means bad debts. Bad debts should be always deducted from the debtors. We have to deduct bad debts from the debtors. So 47,500 minus 2,500 means it is 45,000. Next we have to take stock at its book value. That means if the market value is given not given means it implies that book value itself is the market value. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅನ್ನು ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಬುಕ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅನ್ನೇ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಂತ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಈಸ್ 31,750. ದೆನ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ 29,250. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ preliminary expenses. So it should not be taken because it is a miscellaneous expenditure. So miscellaneous expenditure and losses ಅಂತ ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ತೇವೆ asset side ಅಲ್ಲಿ. It should not be taken into consideration while calculating the market value of asset. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. It is not a asset. It is called as a miscellaneous expenditure. It should be shown in the balance sheet. The reason is we have to write off that asset for a 5 years or 3 years. In case of preliminary expenses, we are dividing it into 5 years. Actual ಯಾಕೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮಿನರಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅದೆರಡನ್ನು ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಮಿಸಲೇನಿಯಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್. ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಎ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್. ದಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ in case of preliminary expense it is 5 years. So while calculating the market value of assets, leave this preliminary expenses. Then asset is over. So the total of the asset is 3,36,000. 3,36,000. From this asset we have to deduct the liabilities payable to the outsiders. It is important, only take the liabilities paid to the outsiders. So paid to the outsiders. See the asset side, capital it is related to the owners, reserve owners, workmen savings account. Workers mean workers, is outsiders. So we have to take into consideration workmen's savings account. So workmen's savings account amount is 40,000. Write it in inner column. Then leave the profit and loss account. Leave the capital, leave the reserve and leave the profit and loss account. Then creditors, we have to take into consideration creditors 45,000. I already told you relating to the sales tax, it is also payable to the outsider, that is tax office. So it is also a liability. So sales tax. So sales tax is 1,000. So total is 86,000. We have to deduct it. So we get 2,50,000. So deduct ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ 2,56,000 ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. Then we have to find out the intrinsic value of shares. Intrinsic value, or it is also called as a market value of shares. ಇದು ಖಾಲಿ ನಾವು ಅಸೆಟ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂವನ್ನು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಇನ್ನು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅದರ ಇಂಟ್ರಿಸಿಕ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಥವಾ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಈಸ್ we have to find out the calculation of intrinsic value of shares. Here it is the value of asset. Remember, first step is evaluating the asset. Now we have to calculate the intrinsic value of asset. Intrinsic value of shares. So it is relating to the net asset method. Continuation. First we have to calculate the market value of asset minus liabilities paid to the outsiders. Then we have to find out the intrinsic value of shares. So how to find out the intrinsic value of shares? We have to take into consideration net value of assets. We already calculated the net value of the assets divided by number of shareholders. Number of shareholders. So this 2,50,000 is known as net value of asset. Net value of assets means assets minus liability. ಯಾವಾಗ net value of asset ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ assets minus liabilities. So this is called as net value of asset. So net value of asset is 2,50,000 divided by, this is important, number of shareholders. It is not the value of shares capital, it is the number of shareholders. So see the assets liability side, here it is given 10,000 shares of rupees 10 is. So 10,000 shares means number of shareholders is 10,000. So number of shareholders ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಉಂಟಾ ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಂದಿ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಒಬ್ಬ 10 ತಕೊಳ್ಳಿ 20 ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ತಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಬಟ್ ಅವನ ಶೇರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ ಅವನ್ನ ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಶೇರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಎಷ್ಟು ನಂಬರ್ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಉಂಟಾ ಅಷ್ಟನ್ನು ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಶೇರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ 10,000. ಸೊ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಶೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ನೆಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್, ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಶೇರ್ ಈಸ್ 25 rupees. ಸೊ ನೆಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕುವಂತ ಇಂಟ್ರಿಸಿಕ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ shares or market value of the share is 25 rupees. So see here, this is called as face value. If the any value of shares is given in the balance sheet, it is the face value. So the face value of the share is 10 rupees. Then it is the market value of the shares. ಅದು ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಉಂಟು ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದು ಅದು ಇದು ಈಗ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರನ್ ಆಗುವಂತದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಈಗ ನೀವು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದರ ರೇಟ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ABC ಕಂಪನಿ. ಇದು ABC ಕಂಪನಿಯ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಪರ್ ಶೇರ್ ಇಸ್ 10 rupees, ಬಟ್ ಅಟ್ ನೌ ದ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇಸ್ 25 rupees. ಸೊ ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಈಗ ಅದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅದದು 25 rupees ಅಂತ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ one method is over, then we have to calculate under the yield method. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು yield method ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So under that first we have to calculate the profit. Once again I am telling how to calculate the value of shares under yield method. So first we have to calculate the average profit. So out of that average profit we have to deduct tax and we have to deduct the reserve. This is the format. So out of how to calculate the average profit, find out the profit. From that profit deduct the tax. If it is given we have to deduct the tax. If the any reserve is transferred from the profit, that amount should be deducted. Average profit ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದರ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ average profit is, it is given the profit for the 3 years is given, that is average profit it is given 2013 is 35,000 plus 14 is 40,000 plus 15 is 47,500. Add it. One lakh 22,500 divided by number of years 1 to 3 years. So divide by 3 years. So we get 39,667. 3 ವರ್ಷದ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ ಅವರೇಜ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 3. So we get 39,667. From this we have to deduct tax, but in this problem tax is not given, only the reserve is given. See here, company transfer 20% of profit to reserve. So it transfers 20% of profit. So less reserve within bracket 39,667 into 20%. 20%. So it is 7,933. 7,933. Then we get 31,734. We are getting the value 31,734. This is the profit available to shareholders. It is the profit available to shareholders. Shareholders ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡಬಹುದು ಅವರಿಗೆ. After deducting the reserve, here it is tax is not given. If the tax is given, then deduct the tax. So this is the profit available to the shareholders. Then we have to apply the formula. Formula is, actual formula is ERR, expected rate of return divided by normal rate of return into paid up value of each share. Paid up value of each share. So here ERR we have to calculate first ERR. So ERR is nothing but profit available to this one. Profit available to shareholders. Profit available to shareholders divided by paid up capital. Total paid up capital into 100. Into 100. So the value is profit available to shareholder is 31,731. It is calculated in the first step. Here it is. Profit available to the shareholders is 31,734. Divided by total paid up capital. Here it is given. Share capital is 1 lakh. 1 lakh into 100. So we get 31.73%. 31.73%. So earning rate of return. Always remember, rate means it should be in percentage. ಇದೊಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್. ರೇಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಕೂಡ ಅದನ್ನು ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಬೇಕು, ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ರೇಟ್, expected rate of return is 31.7. It should be percentage because multiplied by 100. Then we can easily calculate the yield of the shares, that is ERR divided by NRR. ERR is already calculated, so ERR is 31.73 divided by NRR is given 20%. Don't put percentage here, just write the figure, that is 31.73 divided by normal rate of return is 20 into paid up value of each share. It is important. Paid up value of each share. Here the paid up value of the share is, this one is the paid up capital. So paid up value of each share is 10 rupees. So we get 26.445. 26.445. So see here, for this company, if it value its shares under net asset method, then its share value is we calculated already, it is 25 rupees. If it is adopt net asset method, then its share value is 25 rupees. But if it value the shares under yield method, its value goes up, that is 26.445. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳುದು, ಅದು ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟದ್ದು. ಅಸೆಟ್ ನೆಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 25 ರೂಪೀಸ್ ಉಂಟು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಸೆಟ್ ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತು ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದರ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ 25 ರೂಪೀಸ್ ಉಂಟು. ಅದೇ ಈಲ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ನ ಬೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದೇ ಕಂಪನಿಯ ಶೇರ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇಸ್ 26.445. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದ ಓವರ್ ಆಲ್ implication is the yield, that means profit is more. That is why the value of share is more. But the asset minus liability is less. That is why its market value of the share is less. Over. Thank you.